Are you drinking Bud Light again?
Yeah, they got a great products and their cans are unmatched from the industry.
You're not you when you drink Bud Light.
What's this? Oh, that's better.
Honestly, I don't understand all the conservative frustration over Derek Mulvaney being the spokesperson for Bud Light. It's a man identifying as a woman, advertising for water, identifying as beer. Kind of makes sense.
Mr. Budweiser, head of marketing guy. Only you could take a beer and make it 20 years of amazing ad campaigns, and this is where we end up.
Not gonna buy it.
What the fuck were you thinking?
All right, guys. So I gotta tell you, I'm absolutely loving this new trend on TikTok involving Bud Light, right? Boycotting Bud Light. People showing their frustration with Bud Light, okay? It is quite entertaining stuff what these people are coming up with in regards to the trends on TikTok. But also what I'm loving about this Bud Light situation is that it gives me an opportunity to talk about business, okay? Because I actually like talking about business more than politics. And this political situation here involving Bud Light and their endorsement of Dylan Mulvaney gives me a great opportunity to talk about business. Because a lot of times in order to understand politics, you have to understand business, because business drives politics, okay? These companies aren't woke just because, you know, they are politically inclined to be woke. They're woke for money, right? I mean, just look at Bud Light and by extension Anheuser-Busch and the people that actually work there. Most of that company is conservative. The company in and of itself donates to Democrats and Republicans, but the actual employees there mostly are Republican donors, okay? They are more Republican. They're more conservative. You have even Donald Trump Jr. coming out here and asking for conservatives to back down from boycotting Bud Light / Anheuser-Busch because of their political leaning. But before we get into this business conversation about Bud Light, we need to have a business conversation about the sponsor of this video, Noble Gold. The second and third largest bank runs in history happened last month. And the federal government is taking steps to secure all deposits because, you know, the Biden administration, the last thing they want is another banking crisis under his administration coming up before the election. And you know what that means? The Democrats love to spin their way out of any problem, which means more money printing. Thousands have approached Noble Gold Investments to secure their wealth with gold. Gold is the most stable asset outside of government control. Hurry and go to noblegoldinvestments.com to secure your wealth and get a free 5-ounce America the Beautiful coin if you qualify. noblegoldinvestments.com, noblegoldinvestments.com. But remember, there's always a risk of investment and there's no guarantee of any kind.
People are pissed, and justifiably so. Anheuser-Busch is an iconic American company. This is Budweiser, you know, with the Clydesdales and with the football and bald eagles and, you know, the Bud Bowl and, like, real men of genius. This is where they were. So what are they doing? What on earth are they doing with a trans TikToker in a bathtub? It's bizarre. They actually support Republicans. In woke corporate America, Anheuser-Busch supports Republicans. Last cycle, their employees and their PAC gave about 60% to Republicans and 40% to Democrats. And that's literally almost unheard of in corporate America, where it's really easy to go woke, where they do so constantly, where there's a consequence to actually being a conservative. So 60-40 to the conservative side is kind of a big deal. Anheuser-Busch totally shit the bed with this Dylan Mulvaney thing. I'm not, though, for destroying an American and iconic company for something like this. Trust me, the memes have been so good. I'm sitting there chomping at it, like I want it. But like when I actually look into it, I'm not going to blame the whole company for the inaction or the stupidity of someone in a marketing campaign that got woke as hell. The company itself doesn't participate in the same leftist nonsense as the other big conglomerates. Frankly, they don't participate in the same woke garbage that other people in the beer industry actually do, who are significantly worse offenders when I looked into it. But if they do this again, then it's on them. Then screw them. But listen, one of the things we have to do, I like calling balls and strikes, and I love going after people when they screw up. But I think sometimes we do have the tendency of like shooting first and aiming second, not looking into the details, figuring it out. I get that, guys. It's easy. I've complained about that on this show before, which is when we do the, hey, we got you, and, Wuhan lab leak theory, COVID, vaccines, whatever. It's like 2 years later, we're proven right, and we dunk on them online, but they still won. This is like the opposite of that. This is one like we're dunking on them now, but when you actually look into it, they'd be one of the more conservative-leaning companies in America. So they've been put on notice. I'm leaving them alone. I think you should probably do the same. If they do it again, they've been warned.
Yeah, so you see that, heard that. Trump Jr. is buying into this narrative that the executives at Bud Light knew nothing about this. Okay, they knew nothing about it. They were totally in the blind, and some rogue woke employee at the lower level of the marketing department is the one that's responsible for this. Okay, and that, along with the fact that they are conservative leaning in regards to how they donate and the company culturally, I guess, that is why we should stop the boycott, right? We should stop the boycott and take it easy on them. And I'm here to tell you that Trump Jr. is wrong. He's dead wrong. And the reason why he's wrong is because the fact that they are conservative leaning actually is all the more reason to go harder on them, right? You go harder on your own kids than you do somebody else's kids. Well, why is that? It's because if you can't even control your own people, right, your own companies that are supposed to be on your own side, then basically what you're telling them is that it's okay to be woke. It's okay to spit in the face of your customer, right, your core audience. It's totally fine to do that. This is what you're telling them. So you don't give them a slap on the wrist, right? You actually go hard and you make an example out of them. That way they fall in line, right? And they never do it again, okay? Because I'm telling you, what they want you to do, they want you to forget about it. They actually think that you're going to forget about it. They're betting. There's millions, billions of dollars that are being bet on conservatives being soft, that you're soft, right? You know how I know? This is because I'm about to tell you right now. Citibank, okay, this article right here. Stock slide amid Bud Light backlash overdone, right? This is according to the analysts at Citibank. This is what Wall Street thinks of conservatives. And I'm telling you guys, this is why conservative boycotts are not nearly as effective as liberal boycotts. Articles like this, I'm going to tell you exactly why. Check this out. AB InBev, Bud stocks pull back following an ad campaign featuring social media influencer and trans activist Dylan Mulvaney is, quote, overdone, according to Citi analyst Simon Hallis. In fact, Hallis told clients that the pullback as of late could provide a buying opportunity as slowdowns for Bud Light sales are likely to fade as the controversy dies down. He added that the campaign could, in fact, attract some Generation Z customers and prove positive in the end. Quote, we view the weakness as providing another attractive entry point for investors, Hallis wrote. Although brand volumes in some states may see some short-term headwinds, we do not believe these will be material or long-lasting. He reiterated his buy rating and advised that any near-term weakness provides a buying opportunity. Shares of Anheuser-Busch rose 1.2% on Thursday. There you have it, guys. This is what they're saying. They're saying, look, we're going to bet millions, right, if not billions of dollars that conservatives ain't shit, right? This is literally what they're saying. This is exactly what this says, right? They say, look, y'all ain't really got the cojones like that to stick it out long term, right? We know you're not going to do it. So we actually telling our clients to bet on this, to bet that y'all ain't ish, okay? So this is what they want. This is what they want, right? This is what they think about us, guys. I'm telling you. And this is why I said liberal boycotts are much more effective because conservatives will boycott, okay, and it'll last for like a day or two, maybe a week or whatever, a couple weeks max, and then after that, we're on to the next. It needs to be sustained. You know how the BLM protests were sustained? Look at how long they did that. They did that for months, okay, months on end. And guess what that did? It made every single corporation in this country go woke when it comes to the race narrative, right? All of the corporations were putting out, we support Black Lives Matter, right? Why? is because they went hard for months. They didn't let up. They didn't just let the George Floyd thing happen. They raged for a week and they let it go. No, they raged for months, which tells them that, hey, this issue is important to us, right? Woke corporate America saw an opportunity and said, okay, this issue is important to them. We're going to try to make some money off of it. That's why they went woke, right? Again, look at the Roe v. Wade protesters. They went hard for months. Antifa goes hard for months, okay? When they decide that, hey, we're going to go after you, they don't stop, right? They don't stop. So this is what they want. They want you to stop. They actually think you're going to stop. And there's more proof that they think you're going to stop with this letter right here from Anheuser-Busch and their CEO, in which he issues a groveling non-apology for the sponsorship, right? So let's read here what he has to say, because I'm telling you, this right here is classic. They think that you ain't built for this, right? They don't actually really think that you can really hurt them long term. So let's read this. Our responsibility to America. As the CEO of a company founded in America's heartland more than 165 years ago, I am responsible for ensuring every consumer feels proud of the beer we brew. Quote, we're honored to be a part of the fabric of this country. Anheuser-Busch employs more than 18,000 people, and our independent distributors employ an additional 47,000 valued colleagues. We have thousands of partners, millions of fans, and a proud history supporting our communities, military, first responders, sports fans, and hardworking Americans everywhere. We never intended to be a part of a discussion that divides people. We are in the business of bringing people together over a beer. My time serving this country taught me the importance of accountability and the values upon which America was founded: freedom, hard work, and respect for one another. As CEO of Anheuser-Busch, I am focused on building and protecting our remarkable history and heritage. I care deeply about this country, this company, our brands, and our partners. I spend much of my time traveling across America, listening to and learning from our customers, distributors, and others. Moving forward, I will continue to work tirelessly to bring great beers to consumers across our nation. All right, so I'm gonna tell you what this is, right? This is a calculated business move, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. This is a very calculated PR stunt. First and foremost, the fact that there's not an apology, right? There's no promise that, hey, we won't let this happen again. You know, none of that. It tells you that, hey, they think the same thing Wall Street thinks. They think that, hey, y'all just gonna move past this, right? Y'all gonna move past this. You're gonna get over it, right? It's not gonna last that long. This is what they think. However, what is also going on here is that Bud Light / Anheuser-Busch is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because I'm gonna be quite honest with you, this is a no-win situation for them. Here's the reason why. If they come out here and they give an apology to conservatives, okay, to their actual real customer base, right, their bread and butter, the people that feed them, what will happen is that the woke mob will then boycott, right? They will boycott and they will push back and say that Bud Light is transphobic, right? That Anheuser-Busch is transphobic, okay? That's what will happen. However, if they come out here and they double down and they basically say, hey, you know, we support Dylan Mulvaney, we're pro-trans, pro-LGBTQ, and that we don't tolerate hate and bigotry, basically, which is what Nike did, right? Well, what will happen is that conservatives will just double down on the boycott, right? And the boycott will go harder and it will last a lot longer, right? They will basically destroy their company, right? In response. But again, pissing off the left basically destroys their future, because that's why they're actually doing this, right? They're going woke for the future. They're saying, look, these people in the future are going to have all the money, right? So we need to build up some brand equity with them, some brand awareness with them. So, you know, when that great transfer of wealth happens that everybody in the financial services industry knows is going to happen, from the baby boomers to the younger generation, we're going to be their beer choice, right? And the young folks love LGBTQ, okay? So coming out here and siding with conservatives unequivocally, right, and basically apologizing, basically would erase all of that brand equity that they built up with the younger generation, right? You know, Bud Light, again, this is the first time they've been woke. They've always been woke in terms of their marketing. I mean, they have Pride Bud Light beers. Well, again, that's them building up their brand equity, okay? All that goes down the drain the moment they apologize to conservatives, their actual real core audience, their core customer base, as soon as they apologize, all that is done, right? All that years worth of building up the brand is done. Okay? So again, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. From a business perspective, I understand what they're doing, right? I understand the bet they're making, right? But I'm here to tell you, from a business perspective, why they're making that bet, right, is because they don't believe that you have the cojones to stick it out, right? They're more afraid of the left than they are of you, okay? I'm so serious. Because otherwise, they will issue an apology, right? They're coming out here and they're trying to thread the needle because they really don't believe that conservatives are going to continue this. They believe that you're going to forget about it. So, again, you know, are they right? Right? Are they going to be right? Okay, and you're going to forget about it? Or will they be wrong and will they be made an example out of so that in the future, other companies that, again, have a core conservative base will know, hey, you can't step out of line. Right? You can't get on board with this woke agenda. Like, you're not going to make money getting on board with this woke agenda. You got to find another way to market to young people or else. This is what happens. I'm just saying. Business is what influences politics, right? Not the other way around. Okay? I'm keeping it 100 with you guys. Okay? If you want to influence politics, money talks, everything else is bullshit. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.